You talked about the different mentality that there is this time of year compared to the rest of the season. How different is it, and in what ways?
The rigors of the next day and the next game plan and the next practice sessions and all that goes, in the games, of course, that all, is gone. So there's a whole different feel to what we're doing. This is the study time. This is the time for us to get into depth and analysis. That's so important. We have so many more opportunities for analytics now to support what we're doing and what we're trying to figure out. It's just a different time. It's a very creative time too, because we can do whatever we can think of right now. And so, to me, it's really important to challenge everybody to get smarter, and to be a step ahead of where we were last time around. We're looking for inches, we're looking for inches, and so that's really exciting, knowing that we're that close, and so we know we're going to get over the hump, and we can't wait to do it.
Does that energize you, meeting with the staff this time of year, and then meeting with all the players at the Combine, and then coming up with that, formulating that plan going forward?
Yeah, this is a total competition to me. I'm competing to figure out how can I, help everybody see things a little more clearly. We all change seats, so we're looking at things from a different perspective. We're doing some things to kick off the off season and get us in the right frame of mind so that we can be at our best individually as well. And so as we develop an approach for the upcoming season, we're also developing ourselves too. And so everybody's competing, we're all battling. And so it is very exciting, because I don't do anything when I don't think something good's going to come of it. So I'm thinking, I don't know what we're going to create, but I know it's going to be something special. So I kind of can't wait to see what it is. So the process is really important, and I don't want to miss the process. We're looking towards what's coming. I want to be right in the middle of it right now and take each day and each opportunity and try to max it out as best as possible.
As the team stands right now, and after what you saw last year and what you're expecting to get this offseason, how close do you think this team is to being a Super Bowl caliber team?
Well, we're gonna beat Super Bowl teams, which we have and we will, and why not us? And is an old phrase we use around here, because we're working hard for it. We've got the kinds of players and the kind of leadership. We have the support from a great organization, that gives us every chance. We're going to be competitive at every turn of the roster building process. Johnny's doing great work with his guys. He's doing the same. We're all battling together. So there's nothing to think otherwise. And that's all we're thinking about, that we're going to win every game, and we're going until somebody beats us.
Rare for this time of year to get an off-season acquisition, Pro Bowl style, like Greg Olsen.
Yeah, this one came to us. We're really excited about it right from the start. And we have great respect for Greg and the type of player he is and the person that he is. He's going to add a lot to our program, to our locker room, and he'll help other guys play better too. He's one of those guys that does help other guys play better, and we always love those guys.
He said, quote, "Everyone I talked to said the same thing. It's a special place. They do things the right way. They treat people the right way." What's your reaction to that?
Good. I agree with him. That's everything we're doing is to do just that and send that message. We're trying to help people find their very best. And that's not just a phrase, that's a commitment. That's a developmental mentality that we have. And to do that, we've got to interact, and it's a relationship building process. And to do all of those things, it should be a good place. And we're having fun. And we're competitive. And you got great players around you. You got leaders that are really exceptional guys to be part of and connected to. And so it's a great place. The guys come to our facility and they look at that place and holy cow, we're sitting here right by the lake and all that. And so there's nothing but positives, and hopefully we can build on that and take it to the top.
No one's more excited than Russell Wilson. He outwardly said this offseason he wants to have more Pro Bowlers on his team on the offensive side of the ball. Were you surprised he said that?
No. Part of that also is that he wants DK to make it to the Pro Bowl and Tyler to make it to the Pro Bowl, and Chris, and Dwayne Brown and those guys too, so that's all part of it.
Russ has been exceptional, and you mentioned it before. He's playing some of his best football of his career. In what ways do you think the priority of establishing the run on this team complements his style of play? And in turn, what ways, if any, puts limits on the way he likes to play?
Well, I don't think there's any limits on the way he likes to play. We just got to do it at the right time, and we'd like to run the ball in the fourth quarter when we're killing people. We weren't able to do that as much as we'd like to because the games are so close this year. But the whole idea is to fit it together to give him the best opportunities to strike you dead, in the passing game. And there's nobody over the last handful of years better throwing the ball down the field than Russell and more effective than Russell. And so we just want to find more ways for him to take advantage of that.
Has Marshawn Lynch played his last game as a Seahawk?
I don't know.
That's not something you would have said to me this time last
No,
year,
I would
that's
never
for sure.
have known, but he did a remarkable job of preparing. I mean, each year it gets harder, and all that. He's a running back, and there aren't very many guys that hang, but there are some. He's got some out there. He did such a good job. We'll just wait and see what the future holds. We couldn't have predicted that one, and we won't probably be able to predict what John does next time around, so we'll see what happens.
You always want to bring all of your guys back from a season before, but after what you saw with Jadeveon Clowney in one season in Seattle, how much of a priority is it to bring him back this year?
Well, it's a huge priority. We had a very outstanding season, causing problems, you could really tell. And he was physically under duress. He had this core injury that just is almost debilitating, but he made it through it. And so many guys we've seen have that injury and then have to, the surgery that comes from it. It's just debilitating. You can't get full stride. I mean, anyway, so he made it through all of that. He was a real stud about it. Couldn't practice much, but did play very well in the games. We'd love to get him back. I'm sure there's some other people that are going to want him to, and it all depends on whether we can do it. We'll figure it out. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. We just have to wait and see.
I asked John this, but Jarran Reed's shortened season last year, how much tougher might that be to evaluate what he might be able to get on the open market? And how tough is that in terms of the evaluation of, going out trying to re-sign him?
Because it affected his overall play some. He missed 6 games and missed all that work time and had to come back. He worked very well and came back in good shape and all, but it's not the same as working with your club. And the continuity and the feeling and the chemistry that comes from being pass rush, and those guys work together so much that we weren't at our best. And he missed. He looks back, I'm sure, at this season of missed opportunities. There's so many sacks sitting there for him. He's a really good ball player, and we'd love to have him back. He's a good leader. He's tough. He's physical. Guys listen to him because he's such a stud. We'd love to have him back on the club. But I really think that the year he had a year ago was really more like the type of play we should expect from him. But he only had a couple sacks this time around, and so he's got to bounce back from that. But I think it's a combination of things that will allow that to happen.
Was that kind of a theme for all of last season? There were a lot of sacks out there that you just didn't get?
Yeah, yep. There is a lot of missed stops, and that's the difference between having a big year and another 10 sacks or something makes a big difference during the season. We got after the quarterbacks. We got after the football, and we got the turnovers going the way we needed it to, and that was enough to have a great season. That we just need to cause a few more problems and not give up as many yards as easily as we did in the throwing game, and the rush will make a big difference. The coverage will also help that too. It works together.
What's your favorite part about the combine as a whole?
Well, it's the anticipation of seeing guys that are going to be on your team. It's the anticipation of which guy we're going to get, and who's the right one for us, and all that mystery. There's real intrigue to it, and the process is fun and exciting to figure it out. It's grueling, in a sense, but it's grueling for a good reason. You add it to your club, so it isn't. It's not a grind at all to me. It is for the scouts that got to hit the road and they're back and all of it. It's not a grind. It's unveiling of the what you're going to get to create additions to your new team, and so it's really exciting.
You probably have.
I'm screwed up probably. I mean, nobody thinks that way. I don't know, but I like every bit of it.
Well, you've had the best stories coming out of the drafts the last 2 years between Shaquem Griffin and DK Metcalf.
There you go. Okay, we'll see if we can come up with something else.
Thanks a lot, Coach.
All right.